Hello, my dear listeners. My name is Kishore Ganesh, and in episode 17 of the Vocal About Visuals podcast, I'm going to be sharing my observations after binging on Conan Content for more than 2 months now. To clarify, when I say binging, I mean I watched Conan related content almost every single day on YouTube, and I'm still continuing to do so. And with that explanation out of the way, let's head straight into the observations. Number 1. The best guests on his talk shows are Tracy Morgan, who is nothing short of a comedy typhoon, Bill Burr, who is a rage comedy genius, and Norm Macdonald, who is one of the most original comedy minds to have ever existed. Number 2. Each one of the episodes from the last 2 weeks of his late night talk show, Conan, are individual works of art and a lesson on how interviews should be conducted on talk shows. Number 3. Conan claims that people all around the world ask him who or what exactly Jordan Schlansky is. Is he a character or an alien being, or is what we witness actually his natural personality? I'll tell you what he is. He's an original, and he must be part of whatever the HBO Max show is going to be. One more thing, I think he needs his own podcast. Come on, Team Coco, make it happen. And finally, I also believe that a lot of people will watch a buddy comedy movie with Conan and him as the leads. Number 4. Andy Richter is a stellar sidekick and is an integral part of the show. His zingers, bits and remotes would, I reckon, take up a pretty sizable chunk of any would-be highlight reel of Conan's 28-year-old talk show career. Number 5. Conan's strengths are not his monologues. He does his best work in remotes and other in-studio standalone segments, usually involving other people whom he can play off of. Also, the jokes he comes up with on the fly as he talks to his guests is the best part of his interviews, at least in the late night talk format. For the quote-unquote real stuff, you need to seek out his podcast and a short series that ran a while back called Serious Jibber Jabber with Conan O'Brien. The exceptions are the interviews from the last 2 weeks of his show, or I can maybe even stretch that out to all the shows that have aired since the COVID crisis pushed it out of the studio and into Conan's home and the Largo Theatre. And finally, number 6. Conan's travel shows, beyond being entertainment, have performed actual diplomatic service for the United States, especially during the last 4 years when its perception was taking a battering on the international stage. Conan's connection with the audience and his appeal transcends racial, national and cultural identities, and you can evidently see this from the excitement of his fans from almost every region of the planet. From Japan in the Far East, to Germany in Europe, to Israel in the Middle East, to Mexico in his own backyard, he has traveled to all these places and conquered the hearts of the people that inhabit these beautiful lands. And for a comedian to do this instead of a quote-unquote serious actor or superstar makes me feel very happy. And so, that's that. Hope you enjoyed this pod. Once again, my name is Kishore Ganesh. This is the Vocal About Visuals podcast, and thank you, my dear listeners, for your time and for listening.